Hi, this is Reverend Elea Kemler, minister of First Parish Church of Groton, and welcome to A Good Enough Lent with Kate Bowler and Jessica Richie. And this is day 12, right after it's over, and this is slightly adapted. On a long hike through an Indiana forest, I stumbled upon a spindly tree that had tumbled off a cliff. Walking in the cool caverns below, I could see how the wind and sun had eroded the ground under its tangled roots. But the tree didn't simply fall, it snapped at the base and tipped over into the chasm beneath. Much to the dismay of my family, who wanted to keep hiking, I was transfixed. The tree didn't die. Or as I announced loudly to my 6-year-old, the tree made a series of important choices. At first, the tree grew straight down, as if surrendering to gravity. After all, there was nowhere else to go. But at the point of breaking, the remnant began to thicken. It must have taken years, but its roots grew wider and deeper. And then, in a shocking act of hubris, the tree decided to try growing sideways. It added a few wobbly branches that stuck out utterly horizontally, like a gymnast's arms on a balance beam. More years passed. But at some point, the tree decided that sunlight was a good idea, and the only direction to go was up. This is what happens when you anthropomorphize trees, I said, shaking my head, but nonetheless my eyes got misty as I traced how the trunk made a perfect U shape and rather impertinently grew straight toward the sky. Can you picture it? Perhaps you know what it's like to be pushed off the edge. By some gust of wind, you suddenly know your precious life is hanging on by so little. The human condition is all thin roots and rocky soil, and so you fall. When your life is snapped at the stem, there's almost nothing to do but watch yourself break. You find yourself trying to remember to breathe. You can hear your own voice, and it sounds strange. Time is slow and surreal. Is this me? Is this really my life? In the aftermath of devastation, the best we can do is survive. To try to sleep, to remember to eat, to keep breathing. Nothing will feel possible, but there you are. There comes a season when you begin to realize, I could stay like this forever, overwhelmed and broken. Our culture will try to explain to you that this is the time to come back better than before, to get back up because there are no setbacks, only setups, that this is teaching you or showing you a different path, or doors are closing and windows are opening after all. The deep evil inherent in the perfectibility paradigm is on full display. Your humanity is now a liability. Your grief and fear and confusion and fatigue are wielded as evidence of your failure somehow. Please hear me say to you, you are not ruined or broken or a failure. You are simply in pain, and God is with you. When life is hanging upside down, we must try to send all available energy to the roots, to drink a glass of water, to utter the words, help me, to try to get outside, to tell someone we're struggling. It might not feel like much, but with these small acts of nurture, we're like that tree, letting ourselves grow straight down. Grief is a long story. Someday you might try to get your balance, stretching your branches out a little and see if you can reach and stay stable at the same time. Maybe a short trip or a conversation with others. There will be days when you'll be able to look around and ask, what is here? Where is there some solid ground to stand on? Is there anything that tastes good, that nourishes? Where is there room to grow? If so, you might be ready for a turn. There is no moving on. There's only moving forward. And yes, there will be days when it might be crucial to pull down the blinds and lie in the dark. But in the meantime, my dear, you are growing. You are tired and you may have lost too much. but you are not finished yet. Not today.